Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Managing Fibromyalgia Naturally. My name is Lynn Galloway, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia approximately 20 years ago. And because I was a nurse, of course, I tried the medical route, and unfortunately, I had severe side effects to the point where I was actually hospitalized to get over them. So I had to look at other things. And yeah, back in those days, I woke up feeling like I was run over by a truck in the morning and struggling. I'd get to work, and I did work full time, get to work and have a hard time getting through the day and I used hot packs to get through the day at that point in my life. And then I'd come home and crash on the couch and unable to spend time with my kids like I would like to. However, that's not the way I wanted to live my life. So I tried lots of different things to figure out something that worked. And what I found out is that there's basically 4 areas. If you need to do all 4 areas in order to feel good. So mindset, meals, supplements, movements, and my environment. So today we're going to talk about food, the meals part. Foods that make the pain worse or fibromyalgia worse. And actually some of these things will make our general health. According to medical research, pain, the theory or law of pain states that the origin of all pain is inflammation and the inflammatory response. Every pain syndrome has an inflammatory profile consisting of inflammatory mediators that are present in the pain syndrome. And it varies from person to person. Everybody is a little bit different. And how does it cause pain? Well, pain results when there's a buildup of fluid leads to swelling, and those swelling tissues push against the sensitive nerve endings. And there's lots of other things that go on with that, but that's just basically how it works. And there's what's called an oxidative stress also causes chronic inflammation. And that, again, triggers the body's immune response and causes damaging healthy cells, which again, damaging the healthy cells leads to inflammation. So how do you know if you have that? Well, I would say you're going to recognize some of these symptoms: fatigue, brain fog or memory loss, muscle or joint pain, wrinkles and gray hair, decreased eyesight, headaches and sensitivity to noise, and so prone to infections. And even chronic inflammation that's been going on for a while. And chronic is usually anything that's over 3 months. It's body pain, chronic fatigue, insomnia, depression, anxiety, GI upsets like diarrhea, constipation, weight loss, weight gain. Does any of those sound familiar? So what foods do this is about the foods, what foods actually do cause inflammation? Well, refined carbohydrates, which is things like white bread, pastries, sugar, the desserts really is what it is. French fries or other fried foods contribute to it. Soda or sugar sweetened beverages or any type of refined sugar. Red meat, burger, steak, processed food in particular, like hot dogs and sausages. A lot of processed foods have a lot of salt in them, which tends to lead to swelling. Margarine, shortening, lard, and alcohol. Now, the foods that I really have found for myself that have made a difference has been aspartame. And aspartame is artificial sweetener that has been linked with increased pain in people with fibromyalgia. That has my personal experience is when I take that, it immediately does. I get immediate headache if I accidentally eat anything with with aspartame in it. And actually, if I hit it with my tongue, almost immediately I start a headache. Processed foods, MSG and nitrates are often in processed foods to use to enhance flavor and preserve the food. And they tend to aggravate this pain and swelling in some people with fibromyalgia. It doesn't affect everybody. And I think a lot of this is related to how much you actually eat. Like once in a while, probably doesn't make a difference, but if you eat it over and over, I have a daughter. I have actually two daughters, one with MSG, that if she takes it, she's instant headache, migraine actually. My other daughter it's nitrates. And if she eats anything with nitrates in it, she gets severe migraine. So those are a couple of things you might want to look at. Sugar, definitely sugar makes a big difference. For me, I find that if I'm eating a lot of sugary things, then fatigue mostly is what for me. Dairy products, they can affect some people. It kind of depends on the type of dairy products that you have. If you can get organic or it can make a difference. And that one I think is a little bit depends on the person. Gluten, I actually find gluten makes a difference to my gut. And we'll talk about gut in a different video, but the gut and brain and connection. But I do find for me, gluten I have to be very careful on the amount of gluten I take and eating things with gluten in it. So what can you eat then? That doesn't sound like you can eat very much. So what can you eat? So tomatoes is an anti-inflammatory diet. Actually, probably another way of calling it is a Mediterranean diet, because a lot of these are in a Mediterranean diet, but tomatoes is one of the ones that's in there. But I have found that not everybody can manage tomatoes, that they do have some good ingredients in it to help, but not everybody can manage tomatoes. So that one you might want to be careful about. Olive oil, eating leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, anything green really, and organic if you can possibly. Nuts, almonds or walnuts, fatty fishes like salmon, mackerel, tuna, and sardines are really good. Fruits like strawberries, blueberries, cherries, and oranges. And again, you want to make sure that you are organic is best if that's available in your area. Now, coffee is one thing that they say that can be a problem. Now, I personally, if I drink too much, my 2 cups in the morning seems not to bother me, but it certainly, when I was drinking more than that, it definitely did make a difference. Now, a tip is if you take vitamins, do not take them with coffee or any caffeine drink, because it happens to deplete out, especially vitamin B and magnesium. So don't waste your money taking it with your coffee if you drink coffee. So I found that it certainly does make a difference for overall eating a healthy diet, mostly fruit and vegetables, and being careful on the meats that you eat. And as I said, a lot of that is a Mediterranean diet. So if you just want to look up a Mediterranean diet and follow that, that probably would make a difference. And you know what, even if it's not affecting your fibromyalgia, generally speaking, eating foods that cause inflammation in your system will affect your organs as well. So you want to make sure that it's actually really good to have a healthy diet. It helps your mood, it helps your overall quality of life. And now if you are not really good at eating fruits and antioxidant foods, I actually also take Ninja Red, which is a high in antioxidants and has lots of vitamins and minerals in it, and helps with making sure that I have lots of nutrients. And it helps with, our cells rebuild themselves, they die off and new ones form. And so that having a good nutrients in my system helps me to have good cells as they rebuild. Now, if you want to know more about the Ninja Red, connect with me, or there is a link in the description section as well. And Rutt, I really suggest that you want to take diary of what you eat and how you feel. And that will help you to find out what foods make a difference for you. And I wouldn't suggest you try them, eliminating them one at a time. And that would certainly make a difference to know what, if it is making a difference to you. And be sure to subscribe so you know when the next video is coming up with more tips, and the subscribe link is below here. Have an awesome day.